back to the channel, everybody. We're back on Alma, Missouri. We have made it to June of year 3. Just got done turning the hay. So now we should be able to rake that up and make some bales. But we need to head back to the house real quick and go check on the markets because we should be getting close to high time to sell some soybeans. So we're gonna run into the house real quick and see where we're at with that. Go in here real quick, jump into the office if I can get up onto the porch, and let's take a look. We are above, we are right at the max price, and we're selling at Sedalia, which means we're gonna have to take that to the train station. So we might as well start hauling. The price is gonna keep going up, which is good. So go ahead and get it all hauled in there, and then we should be able to sell it at the end of the month when the price starts to drop down. So I'm going to go over here and get the tedder parked. We're going to need the rake here shortly. I'm just going to turn the tractor off. And now we got to run on over here, cut through the shed, because we got to go get our truck out. Now, we have 70,000 liters of soybeans to haul. So, a few months ago, we picked up something to help us speed up that process. So we're going to jump in the truck here. And sorry if it's a little hard to hear me. I'm adjusted my in-game settings again, so I'm trying to find the perfect balance between me talking and hearing some of the sounds from the game a little bit better. So unfortunately I won't know until after I edit this video how this sounds, but hiding over here in the cow barn, we have something that's going to help us get these soybeans delivered a little bit faster. I bought these a few months ago. I hid them out of sight so you guys wouldn't see them. Maybe if you've paid attention closely you caught the Easter egg, but I don't know why I left my gate open when I fed the sheep this morning. But we have 2 Keelbro gravity wagons hidden back here in the cow shed. So we're gonna back the truck up and hook those up, so it should speed up the process for us. So now we have, whoa, watch out deer. Now we have the truck plus 2 wagons. They don't like going too fast when they're empty back there, it looks like. Yeah, we have 2 wagons back here, plus the truck. So we're gonna drive over here to our silo. It looks like we got quite a bit of lettuce over there to pick up too, that's awesome. We're gonna drive under the silo right here and load up with some soybeans and take them to town. We don't want wheat right now. There we go. 1,988 bushels. So we'll see here how many loads this is going to take us. Got 577 there. All right. The math should work out that we should be able to do this in 2 trips. Perfect. Alright. 1,100 bushels of wheat ready to go. Now let's see if we can haul it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this into town real quick. I'm going to get it all dropped off here at the grain elevator. And then what we'll do is we'll come back and rake the hay. Yeah, it looks like 30 miles per hour. There's about our break point. We'll come back and work on raking and baling the hay, and we'll keep an eye on the market prices. And the second that we see that start to tick back down, we'll drive into town, jump in the train, and go get that sold, because that's Sedalia is one of the towns up the road, so we're gonna have to use the train to sell it. So we're gonna get these beans into town, and we'll be back either with doing some raking and some baling, or jumping in the train to sell them. Alright, so we got the soybeans over here. And I'm looking at our prices right now, and it looks like the soybeans have topped out. If I look at all sell points, it's still going up down here at the grain sell point, but it's almost $100 less. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go down one more, and let's look at the price fluctuations quick. Yeah, and of course on here it's going to give me the US dollar, so it's at 73.51 is the top there, and then here it's giving me the metric. I think I'm going to go ahead and rent the train and get these sold. You know what? I'm going to do it while the train's right here. See if we can get this thing rented. I'm going to have to turn my menu on to make sure I got it here. Rent train. And is he gonna stop and back up? No. Oh, yeah, he is. Awesome. So that'll be quick. So let's let the train back up here quick, and then we'll get it loaded up, and we'll go get these soybeans delivered, and then we'll be back. Back to the farm to get the rest of the stuff done. So now I should be able to jump in the train here. Start the engine. Let's get this on this first train car. Get it opened up. Pull forward. Get her stopped. And let's get our 1,900 bushels of soybeans in here. Should all fit in one train car, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're gonna be good. $1,988. Let's get that cover closed. And let's get to work. There's a couple fields here right here on the edge of town. Keep our eyes on those. This should be the backside of our no, that's the cow farm next door. And then these right here should be the two fields that after I go through this next row of trees. This is some of that canola that was next to us, so this should be the back side of some of those. Yeah, you can see our silos in the different distance. So this is the back side of the fields that surround the farm. So this is some of the land that we may be looking at purchasing in the future. So yeah, our farm eventually will come all the way back here to the railroad tracks. I think I should get... Right, these trees will clear out here in a second. You'll be able to see. Yeah, there we go. So there's that's not our cornfield, but you can see our bean field right there, just off the distance right here. Now I've got to pay attention because there's a railroad crossing over here without any crossing arms, so I got to let the people know we're coming. Alright, no incident there, and now it should ask me if I want to sell our goods. Yes, awesome. $157,000 plus $12,000 environmental score knocks us up to $208,000. So now let's go back to the farm and finish making some hay. And we'll be back for more in a little bit. to July. We didn't get all of the hay done before it got dark, but I did get one load hauled in. So I'm going to try something quick. We did put up this new silo right here for the hay. What it has been done, it's been outfitted with this old mixer attachment here, so I can actually drop the hay bales in there and it'll mix them up and store them in the silo. But what I wanted to check, because I'm actually not sure, I know that the sheep will take grass and alfalfa, but I'm not sure if they take hay. So this is gonna help me to determine how I move forward. I should get plenty of hay off of one cutting for the cows, but if I need to do one cutting of hay and one cutting of grass each year, obviously we'll take care of that. So I'm going to drop this bale down right here and see what happens. It disappeared, so awesome. That's good, knowing that I can go with hay for the sheep, because now all of this alfalfa that I have over here can go to profit, because if you look around the corner right here, the alfalfa is ready to go, but I see some ripe wheat up there in the distance too, so we got to get to that here pretty quickly. But yeah, that alfalfa is ready to go, and it looks like we got some excellent projected yield there, 105%. I actually ended up putting some of the liquid fertilizer down on that after I fertilized the corn earlier, so that's going to help us out. So I'm going to show you how this works real quick, and then we will start getting the wheat out. So let's grab another one of these bales. I actually should have looked to see how much food the sheep actually need, because I told you a couple episodes ago I'm up to 130 sheep. Well, now some of them are starting to grow up, so I think they're up to needing like 20,000 liters of food a day, which is 4 bales. So it's great that I'm going to have the capacity to help them out. But I think by doing this as well, I should be able to get a mixer wagon to where I can start just feeding them hay straight out of this silo. So get that in there. Yep, it grinds up the hay, and now if I go over here, I have it's actually, there you go, 8.72 yards. It's reading my lettuce and my wool and my eggs over there too. So let's get one more in here, but then we need to go over and get the combine out so that we can get that warmed up and ready to go. I don't even have the header hooked up or anything. I knew that the wheat was going to be ready in July, and I'm not even prepared yet. So I can line this up now. I don't think that I think this spot right here will only take loose hay, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So the grate will only take loose hay. So if I wanted to get a pickup header and a forage harvester, I could pick up the loose hay and dump it that way as well. But it'll all store in this silo right here. Just got to get it lined up right. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and leave this tractor here for now, because we're going to have some more of that to do. I'm actually going to... We actually got some more baling to do as well, but we need to go get the combine started up so that we can get out there to the wheat field. So a lot to do here in July. So let's go over here and... Oh, there's something in the way. Huh. We got an auger wagon that showed up overnight. Well, Now we gotta go grab the tractor so we can get that auger wagon out of the way. Well, that's gonna make the harvest a lot easier. So let's grab the 8070 here. Somebody must have got into the bank account overnight and spent some money. Let's get this auger wagon out of the way so we can get to the combine. Not a very good parking job either. Yeah, so this is a Kilbro 1600 grain cart. We put it with an extension on it. I think it'll hold around 890 bushel. So that's going to come in handy. Help us get some of these crops out faster. So now we should be able to get to the combine. And that is not the M3. The M3 is still back there in the back. This is a Gleaner in Series 3 and 6, but we also have a Ford L8000 here with a Jetco hopper, so that's going to go well with the auger wagon. It'll also make hauling the grain a lot faster too. Now we can get the combine out. Our Gleaner N6 Series 3. And the good news is we didn't have to get a new header to go with it, so it'll fit our old header. And we still have the M3 back there, so if we ever get into a dire situation to where we need to run 2 combines, we do have a second combine we can use. Now, with the truck, it'll make it getting the wheat out a lot easier, and I didn't need the gravity wagons anymore. So we actually traded in the C600 and the gravity wagons along with the money that we made from our soybeans to get this, because the next thing that we're going to do is I realize that I'm not using my eggs for anything. So I have about 2 or 3 months of food left for the chickens, and then we're actually going to sell off the chickens and get rid of the chicken barn because I don't need the eggs, I realize, for what I'm trying to do. So that's all gonna go, which means all of this wheat is now gonna go into town to the grain mill. And I realized after trucking to town at 20 miles per hour with that C600 pulling those 2 gravity wagons that wasn't the most economical way of doing it. So we made some upgrades. You can see there the corn's doing just fine. Alfalfa needs to come out. Wheat needs to come out. So we got a lot to do. I'm going to turn my menu on for a second because I need to make sure that my straw swath is on, which it is. So let's get to work. Let's cut some wheat. So some more big changes on the farm here. Like I said, we're going to get rid of the chickens. All of this wheat is going to go straight to town and be used for flour to make some bread at the bakery. But, you know, moving forward, that's going to change as well. I also realized, if you remember last year, I can get, I can bale my soybean stubble and use that as a straw substitute, so I can use that for the cow barn, so I don't need straw necessarily either. So this will probably be the last wheat crop that actually comes out from this farm. Let's speed this up for you guys a little because I want to get at least one full load in here before the end of the episode. But I told you I had some surprises in store, and I did a good job of not spoiling it this time. But it's time to get this wheat out. So tag along and enjoy. Alright, not quite a full load, but we're up to 80%, so I know that means that I'm not going to get another full combine hopper into this. So we're going to run in and dump this load in the truck. And I think that's going to do it for this episode. Tried to pack a lot more content into this episode than I have in the past. I actually switched the program I'm using, so I think my time lapses are working with me better. The previous software I was using to edit my videos, every time I tried to do a time lapse, it kept telling me I had corrupt files or it could not save, and it was just a hassle. But things are going better, and it looks like I might have to get a bigger tractor. This 8070 is struggling to pull this loaded wagon up the hill, but that's alright. We're going to get this wheat dropped off, probably finish the hay and the alfalfa off camera, and next time, oh, a little bit too much of a turn there, holy cow. Yeah, this tractor is struggling with this wagon. But anyway, we're going to finish all of that stuff off camera, and we'll probably be back in a month or two when it's time to start cutting some silage for the first time. But as always, I hope you're enjoying the content. Thanks for watching. Don't forget the 3 magical buttons: like, subscribe, and notifications. And we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.